Oh man, look at this one. So, what we have been saying about indie developers, that yeah, some of them can have a bright future and can then rebuild an industry, and they are very naturally noticed by Yoko Taro. So look at this. Yoko Taro recently shared his thoughts on entering the indie game scene in an automaton interview. He described today's indie market as full of young, energetic developers and a fiercely competitive red ocean. Yes. While sure you can have some slop there, I'm not going to deny that even when we rant about the DEI nonsense, yeah, some developers are attempting to get that kind of DEI money or doing some work retarded shit association with shitty organizations like Sweet Baby Inc. and whatnot. But well, those ones can die for themselves. They are not going to make any more money. But the rest that delivers what people want, those are the ones that will make the money. And when they do deliver and they do the pricing correctly, it's it's going to be a the key of success. And also, yeah, working without actually getting yourself bankrupt. This is the last statement from Yokotaro. It's honestly too intimidating for me to even think of entering that sea, and I feel like I will be instantly wiped out. It's not something an old man like me should be attempting. Well, here's the catch. And I'm not going to shit on Yokotaro, but this is something that I noticed from a lot of legacy developers, not only from Japan, primarily from the West. Let's start with the West. Let's talk a little about Clef Basinski, the creator of Gears of War. He worked in a AAA industry. He worked on that type of environment and delivered Gears of War. And then he left Microsoft and tried to make his own, but what he tried to achieve was something that catered to investors, not players. Because everyone at this point remembers his shitty live service lab with the most bland modern audience designs, and it failed. It fucking failed. And this guy went awfully quiet about wokeness, about DEI, about the globalist nonsense all of those years. But he tried to get back to Microsoft to try to retake Gears of War. Microsoft didn't allow him, so he tried to make his own, but appealing in the wrong way, tried to crawl back to the same company that gave him the success. They denied him, and nowadays this guy is now remembered for people like me and others that yeah, this guy he used to be good, now he's just fucking trash. And he burned all of his legacy, all of his remaining goodwill. Sure, he will be remembering the good part with the Years of War trilogy, but after that, no, why would you want to greenlight a project to him? That happened to a lot of developers in the West and also in Japan, and we discussed those. That yeah, those old guys, they just grew in an environment that was heavily managed, but yeah, at least they put the tension into delivering something good. Yoko Taro, I think he could manage, but not as a developer or well, more like a director. But yeah, there is a concern that I have with this guy, and now that I'm thinking this deeply, is that yeah, how much money he wants to get. Because yeah, we heard from that NetEase cancel Nagoshi-san Gang of Dragon, but because at first when I read that yeah, it's because they cut off his funding, but it was because he asked for another $44 million, and those 44 man. So you are saying another 44 million. So you received 44 million before, but you wanted to get more than that, and that's what the concern. For Yoko Taro, I haven't seen him participating in that. He also has stated in the past that he tried to participate in other projects, but they ultimately decide to cancel those. But he keeps getting a paycheck. But here you having him supporting indies, so yeah, it's nice to see that. To be honest, it really is. That's it. Thanks for watching and please take care.